Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everything in between that we call that's Technicolored Rainbow of Life. My name is Doug. I am one of your hosts for this evening. As always, I am joined by my life partner in crime, the one, the only, Lucas, aka Sarge. How you doing tonight, buddy?
I am confused, lost, and in a headset, which I don't do very much unless it's the white. I mean, it's just look at it, it's white and it's wireless. I have a wire. I'm gonna fall down before the night's done, probably.
You know what you sound like. I'm thinking about it.
What's that?
A NASCAR pit crew manager.
Crew chief. Yeah, see what we got right here, Doug. You're gonna have to come in and get your set of tire real quick, and once you come in, we're gonna put some wedge in the car. I want you to drive harder, all right? Get in the pit, hit the pit box. We're gonna win.
Hey, 3 seconds behind. Box.
30 seconds.
I've been watching.
Box. This isn't.
No.
We have to.
I've been watching F1 Drive to Survive, which is a fantastic.
Box.
I'm not even that into like racing, and that is a fantastic series.
It is a great show. We just started season 3.
Also,
great.
it's how weird it is to listen to the different teams, because you have like like a French team that runs Ferrari, and then like a German team that runs something Italian, but like they
alternate.
They have all like super stereotypical names, and they all sound super stereotypical. Like the German dude's like, "Yeah, we are going to pass the man. We're going to have a great time. We are going to win the race." It's like,
I think what's the beauty of him is the Mercedes guy is from Austria. And he sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's like, "Hello, I am here to run the racing team. I want all my guys to win. We're going to build the greatest Mercedes ever. Hello, Ali. How you doing?" But he's so, like, the French dude sounds super stereotypical. The Italian dude's like Giuseppe in the Cars movies.
He sounds like Jean Girard from Talladega Nights.
He does. But it's like the like controversy of that. McLaren, an English company, runs Renault engines from France. It's like, yeah, we're going to use the Renault engines. What? Really? Okay.
Because Renault is definitely known for its sports cars and its inlines and V's. But yeah. So anyway, welcome to Trivia Night. Now that we've talked about F1 cars for a little bit. But yeah, so tonight, as always, we have 48 questions for your viewing pleasure. We have plenty of variety. I'm not even going to tell you what it is, because I'm sure you guys can see it too, and we want you to enjoy it as we go. But with that, if you want to play, top right corner. I'm sure most of you know this. I think we have mostly regulars tonight. Almost all regulars. Top right corner, scan it. That's how you play. On Triv Now is the app you are looking for.
You went on super delay for me there for a minute, and it was horrifying.
Yeah.
Like, you were talking and moving later. Things are gonna be great.
It's gonna be a good night. It's gonna be a good night.
It's gonna be a good night. Oh yeah.
With that, you will play either in your browser or in your cell phone, or whatever mechanical or electronic device you choose. As I'm like burping up. With that as well, make sure that you guys don't cheat. Yeah, by cheating, just like don't navigate outside the app while you're answering a question. If a question's being asked, just hit submit before you move on to the next one. It's that simple. But that's only a sub rule, because we have 3 rules here, and I think you all know them. Lucas, if you would.
Plain, it's simple. I got you, no problem. So we, as he said, 3 plain and simple rules. We take them very seriously here. So serious, in fact, that we print them out on parts of trees and paste them up just like a Southern family would with live, laugh, fried chicken. Rule number 1 is don't be a dick. Plain, it's simple, it's easy. All you gotta do, don't be a dick. If you're gonna do something and your friend across the street would be like, "Bro, dick move, don't do it," don't do that thing. I mean, it's plain and simple. Like, if your best friend from elementary school would have been like, "Not cool," that's basically dick move. Don't do it.
No.
It's easy. But we understand that there are people in this world who hear rules and they think to themselves, that rule doesn't apply to me. So we made rule number 2, which is rule number 1 again. Don't be a dick. It's plain, it's simple. Just live your life in a nice, content, happy way that also does not impose on someone else's nice, happy way.
It's such a universal rule that every major religion has it in different phrasing. We just cut straight to the point. Just don't be dick.
Yep.
It's so universal that the Twitter account World Religions liked the post that I made.
That was funny. That was funny. It made me happy.
Only two people liked that, or I don't know, tweet it, whatever the equivalent of like is on Twitter. And one of them was like a buddy I've known since college. The other one was the World Religions verified account. And not the like bot blue check mark, but like the verified World Religions account.
That's amazing. So then we have, that's rule 1, rule 2, plain, simple, easy. Rule number 3, to remind you that once you're not being a dick, that we're cool with anything and everything here. Rule number 3 is you do you, boo-boo.
I'm drinking Bud
Nice,
Light.
easy peasy. Look at Doug. He's got Bud Light. Am I upset about it? No, I don't care. It's just a beer. They
you should
support
be.
what they want to support.
You should be upset because it doesn't taste good.
Yeah,
it's not.
Just drinking Bud Light currently on principle, not taste.
I support the L's, the G's, the B's, the T's, the Q's, the I's, the A's. I do not support Bud Light's taste.
Ugh, Bud Light's taste is bad.
Thankfully,
everybody here.
This is the only one I have.
We are for ultimate equality. We like everybody. We like heterosexuals, anything that falls in between. Doug has already listed all of the alphabet that goes behind. We're cool with everything. We're here for you to let your freak flag fly. Any race, religion, creed, credo, other words that are probably more eloquent than what I'm saying now. Whatever you are, do your thing. Be happy and have a good time. And as long as you're not a dick, you can hang out and drink and think trivia. Easy peasy. 1, 2, 3 rules.
Unless you support Apollo Creed from Rocky 1 and 2, in which case, you suck. But if you support Apollo Creed in Rockies 3 and 4, you're okay by me.
I was supporting Little Creed and Creed 1, 2, and 3. So I got confused for a minute, but I got it. I can't. What is his name?
Carl Weathers.
Because that's is he Adonis Creed? No, who Michael B. Jordan played.
I don't remember.
I know.
It's been so long since, like, I haven't seen the newest Creed, but I cannot remember his name.
It just came out. 3 just came out. We watched 1 and 2 like a month ago, maybe. Anyway, not the point. The point is that we're cool. You do your own thing. Have a good time. Mess with us. Mess with each other. Just don't be a dick. Don't make fun of, be mean to, or do bad things to each other, and we'll have a good time.
So we have a couple announcements. One of them we are going to save until we get started. But the most recent one we actually found out today is we have been asked by the Manassas Volunteer Fire Department to do a essentially an appreciation event for them. And it's members only, but we will get the link out. If you guys want to donate to Manassas Volunteer Fire Department, I know you guys aren't in the Virginia area, but it would mean something to us if you did donate. We will get you the link to how to donate to their page later, but we'll be doing some, I think June something, we'll be hosting some live trivia there for the first time in a while, just to hang out, show them our appreciation. We're gonna do some trivia and whatnot, and we're not gonna say we're sponsored by them, but we appreciate any volunteer fire department, any firefighters, first responders, anyone in general. Be good to the people who help your community out.
Just like we were saying before, and the all-inclusion that we do here, we support the red and the blue. Everybody that participates in their community that betters it, we're here for. So we're really
keyword
excited
there is
to do
better
something
it, though.
Do what?
So the keyword there is better your community, though.
Exactly. Better your community. That's what you should be doing.
Also, see rule number 1. Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick. It's plain and simple. We are a simple people at our core.
Really, I swear, when I run for president, I am going to win by a landslide because my entire policy is just going to be don't be a dick. How do you feel?
You run
how
for
do you?
president may be the most horrifying statement.
I know, right? How do you feel about abortion? Don't be a dick. No, are you pro-life or pro-choice? Just don't be a dick.
Just don't be a dick.
How do you feel about climate change? Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick.
How do you feel about mass genocide and blah blah blah? Don't be. How many times I gotta say this? Don't be a dick.
Don't pause. Be pause. Pause. Dick. Many periods.
Many periods. Lucas, you're gonna be my vice president, and our Secretary of State's gonna be Ryan.
Just exclamation marks. That's all I'm here for. Is
Yep.
to apply exclamation
Pretty much.
marks to don't be a dick.
You're going to be my my anger translator vice president.
I never thought anyone would call me the voice of reason.
Things that
But
happen.
anyway.
But so that's one of our announcements.
Before we go off down, Doug's political career, that's one of our announcements. Second announcement? What's the second announcement?
Second announcement, we're gonna wait until we start trivia. But our third announcement is I will not be here next week. Lucas will be joined probably by Ryan, our almighty moderator. I am going on my honeymoon starting on Sunday. I'm going to
Boo this man.
going on a cruise.
He's making his wife more important than trivia.
Yeah.
Boo this man. Boo.
Oh, you guys are gonna be real upset come June 22nd, 23rd. It's a Thursday. I'm going to go see Randy Feltface up in DC, which is also trivia night. Sorry. I know you're up here this week. I already offered you to come if you wanted to.
You did offer me to come. We were trying to figure that out still. But
So-
we will be in DC that weekend, so I do believe trivia will be canceled. that week.
Yeah, probably, but that's in June.
But that's in the future. Yeah, we got time to think on it.
In the future, I can see future.
Yeah, we're not going to worry about it, okay?
So, those are most of our
Fourth
announcements.
Fourth announcement that I have, obviously, if anyone is confused, I don't have my computer. I'm operating off a laptop, so when we have technical difficulties, it's probably because Kim's laptop is not holding up to the strenuous exercise of TrivNow and Discord at the same time. I am linked into my normal seat, but my computer decided to blow its liquid cooling out and not cool itself. And a 95 degrees Celsius CPU is a bad plan. Don't do that, kids. So
Yeah.
that was my mini announcement with what's going on. I think that's about it. That's all we got.
We have 2 mini games going on the whole time, just so you guys don't forget. At any point, if we give out an answer, if we just start getting so drunk that we just start giving the answer out before we even ask the question or during the question, so you guys get it right. If you put exclamation point free, that'll make us drink. If we are just bad at the grammars, if you put exclamation point grammar, GRAMMAR, that is, if it's an answer or if it's in the question. And we're not talking about like a comma or an exclamation point or anything like that. We're talking about like if you use the wrong form of there, or we use the wrong form of our, or we use the wrong form of one of those that, or we misspell something completely, just put exclamation point grammar, and we will have a drink for that. With that,
Let's reset it because we are trying to go for a monthly goal.
yep. Which, I mean, honestly, Grammar 4, to be fair,
week 1.
like,
Oh, wow.
several of those are... We should have a lot more than that. Mama Fafra was not on her game last week.
Well, as I recall, she had to leave
Yeah.
before one of my rounds came up, and that's generally where things
I'm
go down the
curious.
hill.
I'm curious to see how the last round goes, which is your round, because I was staring at my phone while I was typing it. So I was like this.
Oh, you retype. Oh, that's right. Doug types all my rounds back in, so all grammatical errors are either partially mine or his.
I
in
did
that
correct.
round
I did
that
correct a
completely
few.
forgot about.
There was a couple times
Okay.
you added like an A or a the where it wasn't supposed to go, so like I would just skip over that while I was typing. But I never double checked anything that I wrote, so
Oh, I think I see what your announcement is now that I've looked at something.
yep. With that,
Do you want to kick that off so I can go pick up booze, or do you want me to read the first question as usual? 'Cause I
read-
left it downstairs.
I think you read off the first question. When you read it off, I'll keep going. Then you can go do the thing.
I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, oh, those 70s. Surprise! This month's theme night, our third, whatever announcement of the night, is going to be the 70s as a theme. So here's some stuff to sink your teeth into, kind of get a grasp, get that feel back in it for the 70s. The first home console was released in 1972. What was the name of that video game system?
I know it was not Rock and Chisel.
It definitely was. I asked my dad for the Pac-Man machine at the arcade. We brought it home.
This ain't your daddy's ColecoVision. Alright. Let's see, we got 9 teams. I don't even know how many teams we have tonight. I should check that out. We have 10 teams tonight. I have 9 answers. Who are we missing? I'm going to assume it's the babies without bungholes who spelled without wrong the first time. With that, the answer is the Magnavox Odyssey. While all of these consoles did release in the 70s, Magnavox beat them all out for their release date. The actual first, I don't even know if we want to call it a home console, but the first video game ever played was Tennis for Two, I believe, and it was on an oscilloscope at Harvard. So literally, like, people turning knobs on an oscilloscope to make, like, table tennis, essentially.
Oh, we're talking about Pong?
No. Tennis for Two was the original game.
Tennis for Two, the original game, yeah.
On
was that? That was MIT, wasn't it?
Yeah, MIT. That was it. And it was an oscilloscope.
Yep, it was really neat. Decounts.
The system.
They
yeah,
system.
You're correct. Cheers.
Good job, Kenny. As we were discussing earlier, always about the locals. Flat Rock Cidery Company. It's tropical pineapple. I drank one during the Masters.
That actually sounds pretty good.
I felt it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'm kind of sad I waited on it.
I don't know why, but like, I'm not a huge fan of pineapple flavored things unless it is actual pineapple or
Correct.
pineapple cider is actually really good. I don't like
Pineapple cider is good because it gives. So most ciders have a bite, I would argue.
yeah.
Like they're either super sweet or they have a bite. I think a lot of companies that do pineapple with their super like dry or slightly bitter, it brings the sweetness back into it and they balance really well together. But
Yeah.
that's a cider aficionado. That word that just grammar me, whatever.
Artificial pineapple flavor, I'm not a fan of at all. Like any candies, any like dried, whatever. It's like I'm not a fan. I don't know why, but
It's not good. I mean, that's why.
well, yeah, but
It's
like
not good.
true. Oh, and especially like grilled pineapple with brown sugar. Oof.
Well,
Yes.
you know, when you're talking about grilled pineapple, we can only talk about one thing.
Riaz.
Riaz. All right.
You know,
anyway.
if you want, we can go to Fogo de Chao when you come up to DC. It is like Riaz on steroids.
Ooh. I really wanna go to a Brazilian steakhouse, dude. I'm dying to go to a new one.
Oh yeah. So.
Anyway, I digress.
Forever stuck in our heads, even decades after it was first sung on TV, what toy did Sesame Street character Ernie sing to? Of Bert and Ernie fame.
So, this weekend, I think me and Kim are gonna do date night, and it's definitely not because my computer's in the shop. But I think we're gonna either go watch a movie or go to the zoo. And we were trying to decide on what movie to go to, and I'm trying to decide if I want to go watch Dungeons and Dragons or not.
It is fantastic.
So
Allie
think that'll be fun.
really loved it. Allie's not a huge fantasy person. Like she likes fantasy, like old school
Yeah.
fantasy. Labyrinth or not Labyrinth.
Oh,
No, Labyrinth. Yeah, with what's his face, the singer.
Billy, not Billy Idol, Billy. Oh my goodness. I have Billy Crystal stuck in my head.
I
That's
can't
not
think of
it.
his name. It's not Billy. It's whatever.
No,
anyway,
it's not. I know who it is. and they're gonna
it's the
convince me
it's the
to say
Goblin
that.
King.
It's gonna drive me nuts.
But yeah. Anyway,
All right, hold on. David Bowie.
David Bowie. Like that kind of stuff is all for. The newer kind of fantasy.
High fantasy.
Yeah. So this was definitely up in that realm. She really liked it. And it's
Good.
if you've played D&D before, the movie is exactly what you would expect from a modern day D&D campaign. In that
Oh, that's
it
amazing.
doesn't take itself seriously in any way. And there's one guy who tries to take himself super seriously, and everyone's like, Can you not?
Get out.
Like,
Get out.
I'm kind of annoyed by you, but like you're helping us, so can you like not?
Yeah, just stop. What Ernie's sing about?
I believe he's saying about Rubber Ducky. You're the one.
I think you're absolutely correct.
You make
Rubber Ducky.
bath time lots of fun. Rubber Ducky, you're the one for me.
I forget that Sesame Street is that old. It's funny. It's one of those
So-
cartoons that transcends decades. Like, you think of it as your childhood, even though it's really old. Oh,
yeah.
boy. Is her name Lucy Liu? Lucy
Liu.
Lau?
Lou.
Lou. Lucy Liu, Drew Barrymore, and Cameron Diaz were probably the Charlie's Angels everyone remembers most recently. But which of these was not one of the original Charlie's Angels? Ah, the original Charlie's Angels. The morning show I listened to, they used the sound effect from it for when they'd summon the angels just randomly, because one of the guys on the show loves the old show. It's really funny. I do agree with Chase, though. I definitely want to see Mario movie too.
I do as well. If we weren't leaving Sunday, we would go see it this weekend. I think next weekend we'll probably go see it.
I'd say that's fair.
Which,
Oh, I got.
as a sneak peek, Jack Black is hilarious as Bowser from the clips I've seen. So,
Oh yeah, no, that looks absolutely hilarious.
are you watching
The correct answer
Mandalorian?
here. We're not up to date.
Jack
me
Black.
and him will watch like an intense amount and then just stop. So I
Jack
think
Black
we're, like,
is in
halfway
a
through season 2.
he's in a recent episode.
Okay, I mean we got to catch up,
Yeah.
so we're getting there. Correct answer here is Joanna Cameron. Any relation to the director?
I'm not actually
James
sure.
Cameron?
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
So, originally aired in the 70s, what beloved teaching show is still used today to teach kids about bills of law, conjunctions, and math?
Peaches, 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 peaches. It was so funny.
The fact that they animated it within days. Someone had put out, I don't know, I forget who, but like someone tied to the movie was like, yeah, he started doing that on set, and we like within like 2 days it went from him goofing off to like fully animated in the movie's engine.
That sounds about right.
Yep. Well, the answer is Schoolhouse Rock. Conjunction junction, what's your function? I'm just a bill. Also, that's how I learned the preamble. We the people, in order to form a more perfect union, establish just and ensure tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, to ordain and establish the Constitution of the United States of America.
I'm proud of you.
There's a whole
I
song
couldn't have
to
done
it.
Oh yeah, I remember. I was learning the books of the Bible at that time, because I'm from the middle of nowhere.
Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1st Corinthians, Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians. Yeah, I was in Awanas. I did that shit.
I loved Awanas. Awanas was great. My personal favorite of that is the Minor Prophets: Jonah, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, Malachi. That's a duck, boy. Anyway, also known as the Mimeograph, what was the Pokemon-esque nickname? What was the Pokemon-esque nickname that was given to early copy machines in the 70s? I had something else. What else was I going to tell you? We've been on a lot of tangents already, but I
screwed
had
up
another one.
so hard on this. But one of the wrong answers
you?
I should have given was Mr. Mime. I
Yeah,
don't know why
That would have been good. That would have been really good. I'm showing 9 of 9 answers. Oh, I remember what I was going to say. It wasn't a tangent with you. I went back and played Rocket League the other day, finally, for the first time in forever. And the correct answer is Ditto. And Chase was talking about it last week, so I remembered Rocket League. But anyway, go ahead.
My, Miss American Pie. That famous earworm song sparked a bevy of theories as to what the day the music died was truly about. But who actually died to spark that song? This was confirmed in the early 2000s.
So, the day that I die. Yeah, good stuff. I finished my duos ranked games, and I'm back in champ 1 or 2, I think. I don't feel like I should be there, but I am.
The highest I have is Plat 3 in triples. My lowest, I think, is Gold 1. Or no, Gold 2. Which is it?
Play some duos at some point.
Yeah.
Aw, man. That sucks. I did my 10 qualifying games, and I think it dropped me in champ 2. Please be Kim. It's not.
So, like, I used to play a lot with Sydney's boyfriend and, like, her group. And
yeah,
they're all, like, grand champs and higher. So I'm playing as, like, a gold with them. And they're like, oh, you're doing great. I'm like, don't patronize me.
Dude, that's how I feel when I play with my friends that are all grand champs. Like, I was, like, a high plat or a diamond when I started playing with them. And that's just how I felt. I was like, I'm just running around doing stuff while y'all are scoring. Yeah. Let's be honest.
I know rule number 1 is don't ball chase. Well, aside from actual rule number 1, which is you don't back down from a headbutt.
That is rule number 1.
The rule number 1 for professional playing is don't chase. So I'm like, I'm just not even going to play the ball because otherwise I'll feel like I'm chasing.
I'm going to hang out back here.
Yeah. Well, the answer is John Lennon.
Right,
the day that John Lennon died was actually the day that the music died, according to this song.
I've panicked Discord. I was trying to pull up general chat. There we go. Okay. Nope. I was trying to pull up general chat, and it accidentally almost connected me to our other chat.
Oh, general voice.
Yeah, and it was like, bring up the cancel screen, freeze the whole thing.
Nope.
TV in the 70s didn't run 24/7 as it does today. At some point, each station would sign off for the night, or really early in the morning. Until what time when the programming resumed? So when did they all come back on?
That's when they would have a test screen that was either the, like... You all know the one that has, like, the circle with the crosshair on it and a bunch of other circles on it. Or it would be, like, an American flag flying with the national anthem on repeat.
Really?
That was essentially...
That's crazy.
It was essentially the sign-off of, like, we got nothing else to do or say, so... Good night. Some were at, like...
Basically last call for television.
Yeah. Some were at 10 p.m., others were at, like, 2 a.m.,
But
yeah.
They all came back on at 6 a.m.
It would depend on time zone, but...
Still 6 a.m.
It was 6 a.m. I think Eastern was standard because it was based off of the capital. Because that was when... So it'd be 3 a.m. for, like, California, because it was based on when the White House would resume working, essentially. So, like, news...
That's interesting to me, because it seems like to me they base it out of California, because that's where TV generally originates from. But that makes more sense back then.
Right. There was the 6 a.m. news, which was based on the New York Stock Exchange and government happenings. So
there you go.
It would kick on. You'd have about an hour of, like, warm-up morning show stuff. And then around 7 was the first briefing of the day at the White House, which is when they would start giving, like, the news for the day.
Interesting.
Yep. So,
there you go.
Recently, last question. This is your wager question. Recently, that 90s show just released, which makes most of us feel old. But think about that 70s show. How many years after 1979 was that 70s show aired?
Dear Lord.
So the last episode is based on a very specific date. How many years after that specific date did the actual 70s show air? We'll give you within
so canonically
2.
in the show, it aired on a certain date, and then the new one aired in a certain date in the 90s.
Correct. The last episode is on a specific date.
Right?
Within 2. Either way.
Nice. That answer doesn't even make sense. One show is based in the 70s. The other show is based in the 90s. There at least has to be a certain gap between the two. I get concerned when you get quiet that my mic's just completely quit.
No,
You're
I'm
sitting
just
there staring
checking.
at me.
No, I'm checking the answers.
I know where you're at.
So
I know what you're doing. It was just funny.
we're missing one. Who are we missing? Millie Bunghole Brown.
Bunghole.
Oh,
And done. There you go.
nope. All right. Well, the answer is 19 years. The last episode of that 70s show in canon was December 31st, 1979. The first episode of that 70s show actually aired in August of 1998.
There you go.
That 90s show started airing in 2022. So if you were to use the same logic that it starts in January of 1990, because that 70s show started in 1970,
Right.
we started too late, but also that's probably because of COVID. But it should have started in 2019.
There you go. What's interesting? Do you want the scoreboard? Do you want to rock and roll into It's a Me, a Mario?
Let's jump into the next one. We'll give it before the speed round.
Well, speaking of the Mario movie just coming out, let's talk about the Italian Plumber. First one we have asked before, but you know what? Whatever. What video game did Mario first appear in?
Also, no one grammared me on.
Yeah, no, they're not grammaring. It's fine.
I'm so
We get
sad.
to keep all our grammar points.
Which
yeah, I
makes
have
most of
Stromboli.
feel old.
What? Yeah. I thought you were just stating that again, and I was very confused for a minute.
I got to eat
I haven't
pizza
tried this
today.
place Stromboli yet.
I was so happy. So, for those of you who
Yeah,
don't know,
I can only imagine.
my wife is Jewish, so this year since we recently got married, I attempted my hardest to be kosher for Passover. Matzah is not good. Like, you guys, everyone probably complained, but like, oh, high school pizza was just like cardboard and cheese. No, matzah is cardboard. Like, has no,
Matzah cardboard.
it has no taste. It doesn't give that easily. If it gives it all, it crumbles into like a million pieces. It's so bad. Which is part of like every meal. But tonight we
Tell me
had
how you really feel.
Pizza Hut pizza with pasta and cheese and meat lovers, and oh, it's so good.
And it was delicious.
I screwed up twice during Passover. The first one was first night trivia, because I had beer, which has wheat, which is not kosher for Passover, and then I had cereal for breakfast on like Sunday, and I was like, oh, it's oats, and oats are also not okay. So
I'm very proud of you. You did great.
I tried.
The correct answer here is Donkey Kong. Mario, originally called Jumpman, appeared in the Donkey Kong game. Then he went on to main for Nintendo after that. They liked the saving the princess idea, apparently.
Yep. Which it was not Princess Peach, and I know this is not a question. It was not Princess Peach. It was Princess Daisy, who ends up
Which is crazy.
being Luigi's girlfriend later on, because she's second best. And Daisy's actually rescued in two different games, Donkey Kong, and it's the game for Game Boy. It's like Mario Bros. Something, or Super Mario something. It was on the Game Boy, but there's 3 worlds, and the last one you were in a spaceship, but the princess you rescued in that one was also Daisy. So, speaking of the movie, Jack Black, being Jack Black, sang a song about Peach, as Bowser, that was subsequently rendered in the movie's engine, which is now eligible for what award?
I was very hungry, apparently.
So was I.
This is a really good Stromboli. Ta-da!
You know what I really miss? TP Does.
DPDO. Yep. No, dude, for real. Me and Kim, I told you about trying to get it after the WVU game, right? I think it was WVU.
Yeah, I tried to get it with Allie after the I forget what game we went to last year, but we went to some game, and I was like, we have to go to DPDO. We went by, and it was like out the door and then down the street towards where was it Fat whatever's used to be.
Yeah.
The fish the Pogo place.
Boudreaux's.
Not Boudreaux's, the other direction.
Yeah, I know it's the other direction. I don't ever remember the other one.
Yeah.
But I know which way you're going. But yeah, it's a homemade calzone making place in our college town that we both love.
Yep. Well, the Peaches song by Bowser is actually up for best original, or correction, it's eligible for best original song because it was rendered in the game's or the movie's engine and put out by the official studio. It is completely eligible for best original song.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
It hasn't been nominated or anything, but it will. It is in contention. When the Oscars come up, it will be on the list for original song.
That's just cool. Go have fun with your Rocket League tournament. Back in my day, we had a Mario movie with John
Leguizamo
and Bob Hoskins. I loved it. It was live action. It was terrible and it was awesome, and we liked it. In that movie, the brothers state that their last name is what? Which they made canon, I'm pretty sure, at one point.
It is canon. This movie actually made it
canon. It is canon. I know, and they stuck with it. They rolled with that. Yeah, they did it.
The fact that this is a Goomba. That like they just shrunk someone's head down to that dinosaur thing and said it was a Goomba. That's
yeah, nope, that ain't it. Wrong. Ding dong. You're wrong.
Bing bong.
Bing bong. All 8 answers in. The correct answer here is Mario. Their names are, they are the Mario brothers, and it's Mario and Luigi Mario.
Wait, both of you guys' names are Mario? Yeah. He's Mario, I'm Luigi Mario.
Luigi Mario. God, I love that movie. It's so bad, but I love it.
It's such a 90s movie. It was when it was released, when I first watched it, I was like, this is the worst movie ever. How could they do this to Mario? And then I aged like 5 years and I was like, this is so bad, it's amazing. It's like Evil Dead. Evil Dead came out and I was like, this is such a terrible horror movie. Well, correction, Evil Dead came out before I was born. But when I first started to get into horror movies, everyone's like, you have to watch Evil Dead. So I watched Evil Dead 1 and 2. And I was like, these are terrible horror movies. I don't get it. They're so bad. I watched Evil Dead 3 and it was Army of Darkness, and I was like, I mean, it's not a horror movie. This is hilarious. I love this. Then I went back and watched 1 and 2, and I was like, these are so bad, they're good, and I finally get the dark humor. Fantastic.
Yeah.
And then
go read Bruce Campbell's autobiography. It makes Evil
Oh,
Dead.
no, I'm listening to it right now.
Yeah,
it's so good.
It's so good.
I loved the intro, which has to be Bruce Campbell wrote the intro of like the Raimi brothers who were like, let's steal everything from this guy's office.
Yep.
Because the way he talks about Sam, like, so for those of you who don't know, if you've watched Evil Dead, the car they drive in with is Sam Raimi's original car. He owned that as like a teenager. And he brings it onto the set of every single movie. And Bruce Campbell is determined to destroy it. He has tried everything in his power to destroy it. From, like, he tried to put it into one of the movies, to, like, that the car itself was going to get destroyed, and Sam was like, wait. That's mine, isn't it? Oh, well,
That's my car.
The interior's the same. For the sake of the shot, we have to keep it. And he's like, oh, nay.
No.
So, and I think the last line
man.
the last line he speaks about it in his bio is it's somewhere in Hollywood in some garage that Sam will never tell me about, because the moment I find out, I will send an arsenal of engineers to destroy it.
Love it. So good.
So many people were disappointed with the casting of Mario, as it was not Charles Martinet. In the Mario universe of games, what character has he not voiced?
Good Lord.
He voices just about everybody.
Yeah. Oh, there was something else before we got off on the Evil Dead. Oh, plus, well, not even plus or minus, but in comparison, live action Mario or live action Ninja Turtles?
Which is better or which is worse?
Yeah, which is better?
Oh, live action Ninja Turtles. 100%.
Live action Ninja Turtles is actually a good movie, right?
Yeah, 100%. All of them.
I haven't watched it in forever, and I remember loving them as a kid, but I haven't watched them back. And I know that live action Mario was bad.
Oh no,
because I remember.
Live action Turtles holds up. Like it.
Okay.
And the best part too is like it recognizes what it is. It knows that it's giant turtles in costume, and they don't care.
They just lean into it.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Even when they jump the shark and they're like, we're gonna time travel and be like samurai. It's like, all right, cool, whatever.
Cool, let's do it. All right, what you got?
The answer is he didn't voice Toad. He has voiced Mario, Luigi, Wario, and Waluigi when he shows up.
Of course he has. Go, Ninja.
Hi, I'm Toad!
Oh boy. Wario has been a staple to the Wario world since he was the main bad guy in Super Mario Land 2, 6 Golden Circles. Though according to the official Nintendo lore, what is Wario's original relationship to Mario? I believe we had the discussion about Waluigi. What did I say?
Circles.
Okay. The same thing.
Are you thinking Golden Circle like the
I think
Kingsman?
I had Sonic in my head. I think I was thinking Sonic, to be honest.
Yeah,
I was also thinking about us talking about Waluigi in our chat.
Oh yeah, our theories for how they could do a sequel to Mario involving Wario and Waluigi.
Yep. It could be good. Could be great things. You could do great, kid. I'll aid her.
That's Wario in a bikini? Really, Kenny? Wow.
Kenny.
Anyway.
They were childhood rivals. Oh, God. I don't know what game. I'm sure you do.
So, the different power-ups throughout the different Marios are iconic, but can you tell me what the P balloon does? Letter P, balloon.
Why does Mario have on like Beats by Dre and like the third thing?
It's a turtle. I think he throws hammers with that power because he becomes
it is.
He becomes a turtle bro or whatever.
The frog one is the only other one I don't recognize, but that one is pretty self-explanatory, I think. I could just watch that GIF over and over again. What's the P balloon do, Doug?
It inflates Mario. It makes him look like he's in pain. Like he just becomes a balloon and like floats. Yeah, it's weird. Wario picked it up too, except in Wario, you have an allergic reaction to bees. So it's a bee with the letter P on it, and if you touch it, you like allergic reaction into a balloon and float. But with the P balloon, you float but he like super expands and looks like he's in pain. So all of these are power-ups in the Mario universe. In Super Princess Peach, she literally has the power of PMS. She either goes into a rage or starts crying at random things. Way to keep it classy, Nintendo.
Good job, Nintendo. Mario Kart, Mario Tennis, Mario Golf, Mario Rhinoplasty. Just kidding. well, kind of. Mario has had a myriad of jobs, but as Dr. Mario, what was his treatment for every illness? My mother played this game religiously on our Super Nintendo. Our Super, or was this just regular Nintendo? Dr. Mario, my mom loved Tetris.
I think
so Dr. Mario
I think it
was
was
the jam.
Super.
It's got to be original, right? It had to be Super. Its graphics were that good.
Yeah, it was Super.
Had to be. Had to be.
Because it had the
At my
shading
house-
to make it look 3D.
Yeah, that's true. At my house, we had Dr. Mario for mom, and Dad played Sonic Pinball. Sonic Pinball was a good game, on top of just being a pinball game. It was weird. Also, I want to recreate this GIF. I totally think we can nail it.
Yep.
Literally 2 50-gallon green drums, a fake mushroom, and a box in a Mario costume. We got this.
Yep.
Well, okay. The correct answer here is lots and lots of pills. He literally, the Tetris blocks were pills that he just chucked out and like murdered the viruses by chucking the pills at them. And when you color code your pills to your virus, ladies and gentlemen, it kills it.
Oh, hold on.
Please don't tell me you're changing something on the
No,
mic.
no.
I just want to sing the Star theme now. Stuck in my head. Stinking Mario.
Oh,
Yes.
hold on. It's
It's gonna be okay, Doug.
I think it's this one.
Jeez. Okay. I'm
That's-
intrigued by whatever's going on over there, to be honest.
Anyway, next one. Last one for this round. Throw you a little curveball here. Super Mario 2 was not originally called that. It was called Doki Doki Panic. Though this game introduced us to what character enemy that never shows up again in a main Mario game. So I'm talking like Mario 1, Mario 3, Super Mario World, whatever. I'm not talking about tennis, Yoshi, soccer, any of those, just straight Mario games. What enemy never shows up again outside of Mario 2? Or Doki Doki Panic.
Doki Doki Panic. Oh boy. Please don't tell me the question just... Alright, my question's like slowly low. Oh, yep, nope, I think it ended itself. Doug, you may have to figure out how to re-ask the question. No one had time to answer.
Oops.
My thing panicked, and I went to scroll down, and I may have clicked the end button, not knowing it was there.
There you go.
We did it. Hey, chill, you're fine. I'm being yelled at by the peanut gallery.
Wait, I can ask
Yeah,
Marvin.
sorry guys, that was on my laggy mess. You're consulting our our other resident expert.
Yeah.
I love it. Sorry about that. My bad, guys. My thing lagged, and I went to scroll down, and I think I clicked where the end question would have been. And even through the lag, it was like, yeah, no, it's fine. I think Kim's making fun of me. I hear weird chants going on in there.
But now you
Oh,
can't
that-
hear
doing
me
some kind of ritual.
slamming my keyboard because I got a quiet keyboard now, not a mechanical.
Ooh, fancy man.
Well, I had a mechanical. I bought a mechanical for extra because I like the clickies, and then I realized that
Oh, I
it
love it.
disturbs everybody. But
I don't care. It's my keyboard. Deal with it.
no, when my wife goes to bed at like 9:30 and I want to play until 11, I need something quiet now.
Clicky, clicky. Let's go. What you got?
Well, the answer is Shy Guy.
A lot of people said Wart. I wonder what other game Wart was in.
I mean,
I'm just curious because I thought it was neat that a lot of people answered that. Because you did.
yeah,
didn't say
you're right.
not-
So Wart and Birdo are also correct.
Really?
Yeah, so they do. So Wart is one of the bosses. He's just a giant frog dude. Birdo is actually trans. Birdo's a dude who is Yoshi's girlfriend. So
So no, Wart appears in Super Mario Advance.
really, so not Wart.
What it says here, Super Mario Advance. It's the remake of Super Mario Brothers 2, so maybe that doesn't necessarily count.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
Also in Super Mario Maker 2. He was in Super Mario Maker 2. As a usable course element, his original sprite appears briefly when the final boss sound effect is played.
And then
Just as Birdo's appears with the boss music sound effect. So Birdo and Wart both appear in Super Mario Maker 2.
But Super Mario
sprite.
Maker is also like pulls in from every game ever made of Super Mario. I'm talking about like the like,
the actual chronology.
the actual game. So Wart, no, I wouldn't count Wart because he does. No, I would. No, I wouldn't count Wart because Super Mario Advanced is the remake,
It's the remake of Super Mario 2.
and
So
Birdo
does
doesn't.
Shy Guy appear in the remake then? Of Super Mario 2 because it's the same. It's supposed to be the same game, right?
Yeah, so Wart, Birdo do count. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they have to count because of that.
Yeah. So Wart,
Crazy
Shy
how that
Guy,
works.
and Birdo. So Birdo does show up again in a couple of the games. I can't remember. Like it. He's a secret character in, or she, or whatever, is in a couple of the sports games. I forget which ones, but yeah. With that, here are your scores thus far. In first place, Millie Bunghole Brown, 43.403. Sideshow Bunghole, 40.893. Bunghole Dylan, 34.835. Followed by Bunghole Ross. Bunghole Odenkirk. Are these all Bobs? Yep. E in sixth place. Lane and John, seventh place. Scrappy and Tiny Yorkies, 22 with eighth place. All right.
Shy Guy. According to Mario Wiki, Shy Guy doesn't reappear in Super Mario Brothers Advance. He's not in the remake of his own game.
That's it, because he was like the main enemy,
According-
and he was the equivalent of like
according to
Goombas.
this- According to this, Shy Guy appears in Super Mario Brothers 2 and Super Mario Maker. That is it in the Mario series.
And then
And
he's
then,
then he's part
every
of like
other-
Yoshi's
and, I mean,
story,
Mario Party,
and-
all of Yoshi's
yeah.
story, Mario Golf, all that. But apparently not in the remake.
That is
Really?
odd.
We're going to
Huh.
have to consult the experts. I'm intrigued by that. Anyway, we've read those things. It's time for the 50-50 current event round. Doug made
Ooh.
the current events into 50-50 questions. To be plain and to be simple, you're either going to tell me if this thing is a current event or didn't actually happen. So my guess is that you made some stuff up, right? So Doug either made something up that you're going to tell me isn't a current event that happened, or this is actually happening, it's a current event. Pretty simple. Cool? Doug has a time limit for us. I have
2
a bottle
minutes.
of whiskey. Doug assumedly has some kind of drink. Lovely. That's the last one, I believe.
It is.
Ah, God, those things are amazing. So anyway, you thought it was the 50-50 round. It's current events. You're going to get the story twice, and we're going to start the timer. Y'all know the rules. You've all been here before. Tell
Right.
us if this is or isn't what.
You didn't do it in the correct meme format. You thought this was the 50-50 round, but it was me!
It was me!
Current
Current
events!
Fair enough. Pretty simple. Tell us if this is or isn't a current event / headline from the last week or so. We'll start with volcano erupts in Western Russia. I repeat as your timer starts. Volcano erupts in Western Russia.
Alright, let's get going. 2 minutes. Is this a current event or not?
Just continue star music. It'll be great. 5 of 6. 6 of 8.
7 of 8.
We await on La Anjon. We. That was a current event. Next.
Dalai Lama asks boy to suck his toes.
What?
Just wait. We'll get back to the subtext. Go for it. Answer it and then yours.
That was not. The next one is Oscar Pistorius given parole. God, his name really threw me for a loop there. Last one was not. Go.
All right, that is not a current event. Fort Rucker has been renamed as Fort Novacell. 59 seconds left.
Current events. The next one is Japanese video game studio. Subpoenas Discord to catch game leaker. That's how you spell that word? Mm-hmm. The thing I learned today. Subpoena. That's how you spell it. I got 7 of 8. I think we await on Elaine and John.
30 seconds left.
I have something stuck in my tooth and it's bothering me. Anyway.
Elaine and John, we're waiting for you.
Oh, no. There
All right,
done.
as a current event. And Reynolds and McConney owned Wrexham announced exhibition against Manchester City in off-season.
Ryan Reynolds. McElhaney? Who is that?
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Done. That is not a current event. Next, Zoo
All right.
relocating Pablo Escobar's cocaine hippos to cost $3.5 million.
3, 2, 1.
Why is this the GIF? Oh God. 8 of 8. Go.
All right, that is it. That is a current event.
There's one more. One more.
No, it's not.
There's one more.
Oh, damn.
23.
UN has told Afghan staff to stay home after Taliban bans women from working with the organization.
Start that timer back.
I started back up. Waiting for one.
Yep, waiting for one.
Alright.
Done.
Ooh.
There's no way they can make the time up because they can only get 1 second per.
No.
And how far did they go over? Like 20 seconds?
Wait,
really?
Because I stopped it and then restarted it, which I'm gonna give them because benefit of the doubt. I screwed up. They are 8 seconds over.
So they would have had to 50%ed every question to gain the punishment tonight.
Yep.
Well, let's begin the review and see where we worked out. Starting with question number 17.
So even 1 is no punishment.
All right, well, let's start off with question number 17. Were there volcanoes erupting in Western Russia? There are. That was 38%. You guys lose.
No punishment.
What's worse? Okay. They only missed 2 questions. So y'all got us back down to 2 above. Which means the time will get bumped up next week. Although Doug won't be here, so we'll see how that 50-50 round works out. He runs the timer. I'm not that talented.
I mean, I just type in timer on Google.
Shh, Doug, shh. Anyway, the Dalai Lama asked a boy to suck his tongue.
He has since apologized for the statement, but there is a video of he kisses a boy on the mouth and says, "Suck my tongue," and then sticks his tongue out at him.
But why?
Yeah. Oscar Pistorius was denied parole.
There you go. Fort Rucker will be named after a Medal of Honor recipient that saved thousands. What was Fort Rucker named after before? Was Rucker something I should know?
No, Fort Rucker is the current name. It's going to be renamed to Fort Novacell.
Well, I know. Is there a reason they're changing the name just because
I assume
of that?
it's Civil War related.
I assumed it was, but I don't recognize that name. That's why I was asking.
Not either.
Anyway. 21, video game.
So, Japanese video game studio subpoenas Discord. The subpoena is to find out who leaked the new Legend of Zelda game. Apparently, someone leaked the entirety of Tears of the Kingdom to their Discord channel, and people were playing it, and now Japan is going after. Well, the game studio is going after him.
Fair enough. Ryan Reynolds and McElhaney, who own Wrexham, are going to do an exhibition against Manchester United, not Manchester City.
Zoo relocating Pablo Escobar's cocaine hippos to cost $2.5 million. That is true. As a current event.
That's just a poop butt. Anyway, last one. Who knew that telling an entire half of your population they can't work with a peace organization could get you kicked out of said peace organization? That's funny.
Alright, let's move
current
on.
events done. That's halftime. Let's roll. Next round is Dungeons and Dragons. Hilarious that we talked about Mario and Dungeons and Dragons. I didn't look ahead. I was just thinking about those things. Doug saw Dungeons and Dragons last weekend, and damn it, we're gonna talk about it. First is, who was the visionary of D&D? The original visionary who created a tabletop board game with his friend.
There are two people who created D&D, but this is the brainchild of somebody.
Correct.
I'm still happy with my last incorrect answer.
I didn't even get there. I read the other two, giggled about them, and just ignored the last one, which is hilarious. So all the bungholes are all Bob's.
Yep.
Or Bobby.
It's Bob Dylan, Bob Odenkirk, Sideshow Bob.
Millie Bobby Brown is the one that threw me off as Bobby.
Yeah, that's what got me, because I was like Millie Bob Brown. I was like, it would make more sense to be Millie Bobby Bunghole, but if they're doing Bob's, then
I mean, I get it. It adds up.
What would be Millie Bungholy Brown?
Yeah, Bungholy would make sense, actually. But, oh well. Who are we missing?
Bunghole Ross.
And the answer is with support of Neckbeard. How do you even pronounce that last name?
Mick Incel.
Okay. The I threw me off for a minute. Correct answer here is Gary Gygax. Gary Gygax was the head visionary. It was his brainchild, and with Dave Arneson, they worked together to create the tabletop board game.
Dave Arneson did a lot of the artwork for D&D, and kind of flattened out ironed out the rules for the first edition. But Gary Gygax, it was his original brainchild. So in the most recent movie, a hapless group tries to pull off the heist of the century, only to end up saving the world. But which of these classes was not present in the movie?
So, I listened to a book called New Arcadia on audiobook. Really good book. You should go check it out. It basically came out either during or right after the pandemic. It's about a pandemic that breaks out, and they designed like a 90s beat-em-up game that you go into, and it's basically Ready Player One in a 90s beat-em-up like fighting game. And you learn, I don't want to spoil anything, so we won't talk about what you learn. But anyway, yada yada yada, I didn't realize that it was voice acted by multiple people. I just kind of rolled with it because the author was the narrator. So when I got the second one that came out, Arcadia Level 2, New Arcadia Revolution, I actually looked at the voice actors that are a part of the audiobook. Let me read you those before you give this answer. Narrated by Eric Jason Martin, who is the author. Also, Matthew Mercer, Erica Ishii, Sam Riegel, Dave Filoni, Mary Hyatt. It's literally
Critical Role.
It's Critical Role and Dropout people that do all the voices. So now I'm listening to like the trainer talking. I'm like, it's freaking Erica Ishii doing an old lady voice. Oh man,
dude,
it threw me so hard.
She is my favorite. Okay, she is my favorite when it comes to like chaos. I absolutely love what's his name? Bloodkeep. He played the prince with the airship, and I can't think of his name.
Wait, you're talking about
He has the dreads up on the top.
Yes. The fat Louis.
Yeah.
Louis. It's something with an L.
Yeah.
Dang it. Why would I forget
But
that?
Lou is like the fat
Lou.
version of him.
Thank you.
But yeah, so the answer is a rogue. So there is a paladin, there's a druid, and there is a wizard. Expressly stated. Chris Pine's character is never given a class name, though some speculate he is some sort of fighter bard, because he does use a sword and also a lute. But a rogue is never mentioned.
Oh. I just assumed he was a rogue. Wow, that's nuts. If you watch the movie, you'll see little nods to older D&D works. One of these is the original party from the D&D cartoon. Good lord, the D&D cartoon. How did those kids get into the game originally? Man, I haven't seen the D&D cartoon in forever.
I guess I should say, how are they transported into the game? Because it's like, it's Ready Player One, but not.
Yeah. Reka. Yeah, I just want to go watch something drop out now. Me and Kim will be doing that tonight. Probably while I play golf, because that is my new obsession on Steam. And because it doesn't tax the poor laptop. It can handle PGA golf.
PGA golf?
So we bought, over the last, so we got 6 answers in. We got a little time to chit chat. Over the Masters weekend, I had like one race I really wanted to do, and I did it multiple times. I ran that race like 5 times. And, other than that, I didn't have a lot going on. And a bunch of the old Rocket League guys were like, hey, we're playing PGA 2K 2023. It's free this weekend. Go grab it. So I went and grabbed it. Worth the free weekend. I streamed golf for 15 hours. I streamed it for like 6 hours one day and 8 the next day. Just left it up and played golf. We're waiting on Elaine and John to lock in their answer. But ended up buying it on Monday for $40. The deluxe edition was on sale, and it's just golf. It's not overly complex, and I changed the instead of, you know how new golf games use the joystick to swing.
Mm-hmm.
You remember when we were kids and Tiger Woods golf just used triple click?
Yep.
They have a new.
Because I've seen you playing it. You have not played a game I have not enjoyed, and that's been kind of like my
I'm fairly picky.
My dipstick has been, have you enjoyed it? There are a couple that like I love, just that I get by myself.
There's one game that we currently play that you adore. That is my least favorite game we've ever played.
Is it EDF?
It is EDF.
Yeah.
I play it because of how much you love it, but I just cannot get into it.
Oh no,
I enjoy it.
And also, it just popped up. But anyway, the answer is it was a themed ride. It was a roller coaster that they went on, and yeah. I like how I hit next and went to the Afghan question for some reason.
I don't know. My mother wants to call Kim, or needed to ask me something, but can ask Kim it.
Yeah.
So I just screamed for Kim to answer the question. Alright, the video was frozen. Video's working for me.
Yep, go for it.
It's unfrozen. It is on the Afghan question for sure.
But
do you need me to...
Yeah, ask the next question.
There are a myriad of video games set in the D&D world. Icewind Dale, Baldur's Gate, I almost mispronounced that, etc. These games, though only exist on one continent of the world of D&D, and that continent is called what? Can you all hear me? Are we here? Is life good?
I can hear you. I don't know about everyone else.
I know you can hear me. I'm curious if they can, seeing as how I read the question. Let's see if it throws it up. It's been going for 7 seconds, and I still don't see it on the screen, but there's the phone delay. Question popped up, so I think they can probably hear us.
Yeah, I still see the Taliban question on my...
Mine's up. I can't... on stream. Better now, Ben said. Yeah, I can see the question on stream.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, all right.
Is Gloomhaven also set in that?
No.
Or is Gloomhaven set in its own world?
Gloomhaven's its own world. It just took, like, essentially D&D rules and turned it into a card game.
Game. Makes sense.
Yeah. So instead of having to learn all your spells and whatnot, you can just draw from a deck and.
Yeah, I don't think that me and you have hit a game that neither one of us just didn't like as a unit. The duos games we bought were excellent. All of those. We really got to get back and play those.
Yeah.
Oh,
I would say the Adventures of Sackboy, Allie and I started playing. Really enjoyed that. I think it's.
I'll have to check that out.
Also, Twine 2.
Okay, Kim isn't answering. I'm assuming it's because she's on the phone with my mother, so I could scream or we could just go on.
Or it's. Or is it? It's something like. Unravel 2.
Oh, Unravel. I've heard of.
Yeah. You muted or went. You lost all sound. Can't hear anything from you.
No, I was screaming at Kim to figure out what's going on. I realized she's on her phone, which is how she locks in her answers. So, well, fair. Anyway, the correct answer here is Faerun. Although often called the Sword Coast, that only refers to the coast part of the land. Underdark is a sprawling cavern system that the Dark Elves live in, and the Turil is the name of the planet that where D&D exists.
So during the movie, the party uses an item that casts Speak with Dead, which allows them to ask any of the dead with a mouth how many questions before they die again.
The scene for this was the even in the trailer was hilarious.
So this is accurate. This is accurate to the D&D rules as well. If you cast this, you can ask this many questions. I love that the GIF for the Taliban is just sticking around on.
That's not there for me. It's just you.
I'm gonna close out Twitch real quick then.
I'm about to say, get your reset in. I have Twitch open on my phone, which definitely inhibits my ability to keep up in real time. But other than that, works. Phone is slow. But Kim's computer will not handle running chat, TrivNow, and stream.
Alright, it works now.
We await Elaine and John because Kim's answering box is now occupied. I wonder what my mom called to ask her. I'm always intrigued. We wait? Okay, I'm done waiting.
Yeah.
The correct answer here is 5. You get 5 questions, then you're done. And the whole joke in the movie is that they keep asking dumb questions that they really don't want him to answer, but he answers anyway. Seems, at least in that.
Was that 5 or 4? 4. So wait. So I got 5? Yes.
Flop. So good.
Are you?
Is this one me? This one is me. Go on.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Stuck.
If you're stuck, that's fine. We can wait. Where are you stuck at?
Wait, are you is Triv now? Oh. Hold on. I'm gonna end this